What up guys, Nakamoto Crypto here. So as requested by one of the viewers, shout out to Big Smoke 0078, he says, hey, check out Furio. I was thinking about getting into it, but I see some red flags in it already. So today we're going to check out Furio. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get right on to it. So I looked into Furio, checked the white paper and all the protocols ecosystem, but here's the problem that I have with Furio. I'm going to hit you with a different angle today and give you some game on these ROI dApps. So Furio have about close to 2,000 addresses right now. So you got the main address, everyone know who owns this address. 83% of the supply is locked in by probably the one that's paying everyone else. PancakeSwap, Furio, USDC owns 13% of the supply. And then you got these small wallets. This is probably owned by a whale, 1.6% of the supply. And then you got another wallet that owns 0.3 and 0.2%. But look at this, guys. There are wallets, multiple wallets that own approximately 0.1, 0.1, 0.1%. If you see something like this, pattern recognition, guys, this most possibly belongs to a single whale who is trying to avoid whale taxes on Furio. So why not? Even if it was me, I probably would have done the same thing too, because Furio is charging you what, a 50% penalty tax, and the whale taxes are extremely high. They're doing this obviously to try to protect the smaller investors, so they say, the liquidity pools from whales to dry it up. But whales, they are smart. They always have a way to work around this. What do I mean by that? Is this guy probably have about 3,000 Fur tokens, but why put them into a single wallet when you can take advantage of the system and it pays you 2.5% daily, or up to 2.5% daily based on your actions? And you can take advantage of the system like this. So he split it into three. He put 1,180 on one, 987 Fur on the second wallet, and 917 Fur tokens on the third wallet. So this is how they take advantage of the system. So let's say you have about $100,000 as a whale to throw into this protocol. Why put all $100,000 into one wallet to become a single player and get 2.5% a day out of it, or up to 2.5% a day, when you can take advantage of it and split it into three different wallets? Put 30K on average on each wallet, 33K approximately, and then you get 2.5% out of each and every single one of your three wallets. So one can compound to build this price in case there's future price action, and the other two are just claiming every single day. That is the problem that I have with Furio. It doesn't stop there. Look at this, guys. The next wallets underneath them is probably another whale wallet. Well, smaller. The whale wallets are going smaller and smaller. This guy have 0.04%, but look at it. Underneath it, 0.04%, 0.04%, 0.04%. So there's about 4 different wallets that he split this one into to take advantage of the system. And this is the problem that I have with Furio. Things like this is just gonna kill the protocol, make it die down slower. It reminds me of baked beans. If you remember baked beans, because Furio implemented these positive action thing where I think they got it from baked beans. If you remember earlier this year, baked beans was literally telling people, the more you claim, the less you get. If you look into baked beans, you would see that long term, all it did was kill the price action. Yes, it protected the smaller investors from the whales, but then the smaller investors, if you only have one wallet into baked beans and you're making these sick gains, obviously you're gonna start eating instead of compounding. So the more you eat, the less they reward you, and the longer it will take you to make your ROI. So this is the problem that I have once again with Furio. Look into this, it's just a theory. And I've noticed another thing too. If each player on average have about 2 to 3 different wallets, that means technically these 1,800 addresses are not 1,800 players, for example. You are looking at maybe half of that. So about 1,000 to 1,200 players. Those are really the guys who are juggling this thing right here, because on average, most whales and your average Furio people would have like 2 different wallets where they can split their money. One would compound, but you have another 1 or 2 wallets that are claiming every day, taking advantage of the system, and that would cause this right here. The FOMO happened, and then somebody always dumps on people. As of 7 days ago, this is when everybody started talking about Furio. I've shown you this strategy when you watch my piston token video to be cautious. When everybody's talking about one thing, this is when you do not want to get in. Go back and watch my piston token video. I told you that piston token was at all-time highs a month before the dump started. Literally a month later, it was down to half of what it was, and now it just fizzled out. So when everyone talks about Furio, it went as high as 20 bucks. This is when you do not want to get in. Price discovery, stay away from the protocol. Look at it down. Right now it's down to $13. So this happens, this pyramid here, each and every single time. So everybody in Furio was probably doing that positive price action compounding thing. But remember, all of you guys combined have only single wallets. Those who have multiple wallets like this, go back and check it. This is just a theory, but I think it is a fact. Because look at these, how close these wallets are. Why split it into 0.04, 0.04, 0.04, or like 0.1%, 0.1%, 0.1% of the supply? That is a lot if you add it up. If you go down, there's like 0.2%, 0.02%. You know, one whale has about 6 or 7 different wallets where he split them into, you know, smaller pieces and smaller amounts. So I don't think these are single players doing this on each wallet. I think it's just whales doing this. And also they have a thing here called accelerating ROI. If you study the accelerating ROI, you would know that whales can take advantage of this, split their accounts into multiple wallets, and they can ROI faster than everybody else. I'm talking about not even next 6 months for Furio, maybe 2.5, 3 months. That's how long it'll take them to accelerate this, and they can ROI themselves. Read the white paper, check out Furio before you get into it. And also look at this, they've put this out on Twitter. You know, 82% of the supply is locked in the vault. Largest wallet holder only holding 0.13% a day. You know, I've already shown you that it's not just holding 0.13% of the supply, it's holding multiple wallets that has 0.13% of the supply. And somebody said, hey, don't celebrate this too much, the price will come down. You know, what goes up must come down. This is running up fast. It's pretty much it was an unhealthy pump from Furio. It came out of nowhere and everybody just jumped on it, FOMO'd into it. Once again, you know, price is coming down, people are getting wrecked. So this guy says, well, they have taxes for that and it will keep on climbing. If you have this mentality, guys, you would never make money on these ROI dApps. Don't have this mentality as this guy here. They have whale taxes for that, therefore I'm protected. So Furio price will keep climbing every single day. This will get me to compound and add on to my bag, only to wake up the next day and see this right here. So don't be this guy here having this type of mentality. Claim when you want to claim. It doesn't matter if the system keeps going down and down. Your goal is to ROI first, and then you can make some more money. Hopefully it will stay long term, but 2.5% a day, the percentage is way too high for this to be sticking around for another year or two. You know, it is always going to be some problems down the line. I heard Furio is already having some problems where they want to change the mechanics or change something in the ecosystem to make it more sustainable, because they know that this is not sustainable. Once again, this is what I have been preaching to you for many months. You can only go in early, get out early, make your little money, and get out of these platforms. Don't conform your entire life into these ROI dApps, believing in them to be here for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, because they do not have 2% to give you daily for the rest of your life. You just gotta be cautious with things like this. So shout out to Big Smoke. He did mention, you know, the whale fees and that, you know, the developers fees, and something about it doesn't look right and stuff. But you know, the developers who built this stuff, they have to make money too at some point. So this is what they do. They can only get it by making developers fees, or they do what that developer did with Titan. Maybe I might make a video about it. You guys recently heard about Titan thing that happened. You know, the dev, they found out that he minted maybe close to 10% of the supply, you know, and he had multiple wallets and he was just draining the system. He was waiting for something like this to happen. Every time it goes up a little bit, he would dump on everybody. So everybody was wondering, who is dumping on us? We all out here being positive, trusting the project and leaving our things rebased, but somebody's dumping on us. They found out it's the whale. You know, they confronted him about it. They found him somewhere in China. They can't even find him. You know, they pinged his location. He's long gone with people's money. The liquidity has dried up now, and that project is left for their, disappointed that the developer did that to them. So you just gotta be extra cautious with these devs. I always say the devs, because they can read lines of code. They can add and remove functions into the code. They can find a workaround where they can manipulate everybody. They can create multiple wallets. They can dump on you each and every single time. That's why you shouldn't trust any of these protocols. The only thing that ties you up with things like Furio and these ROI dApps is to get in, make your little money, and then get out. That's simple as that. As far as believing into the ecosystem, this is the next one, the next platform to be coming up, the next shiny object. Things like this always happen. Somebody is way ahead of you. They position themselves and then they just wait for the FOMO, because people hear about it and they want to make money. So they FOMO into this and then they get dumped on each and every single time. With that being said, if you have any platform that you want me to review for you, any new platform, let me know in the comment section below, or do what Bigsmo did, hit me up on Twitter and I will check it out for you and let you guys know. Shout out to all of you. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.